Now it's stuck to my hand. This is going brilliantly so far. Welcome to Nat 1 Videos.
Michael, I just made these awesome 3D printable sewer tiles. I want you to take these and turn it into a diorama. You up for it?
Challenge accepted. That's more like it.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I've finished off all of my printing. It does feel like I've been printing for an eternity. I did have a few failed prints, like you can see on screen right now, where I failed to screw my build plate to the printer and it did this wiggly line thing. But I do have the tiles that I want to use for my diorama. Now, just before I build my diorama, I have to say that these tiles are so cool. Completely modular, so I could reshape this whatever way I want. I have figured out my own layout that I want to use. But if you're a D&D player and you want modular sewer tiles, these are absolutely awesome. But yeah, the one thing is I'm going to glue mine together. Whenever it printed off, it has a slight lip so they don't go flush together, and I want to glue them. So I'm just going to tidy up the edges and then I'm going to glue it all together, and I'm going to do that right now. So this back piece I actually failed to print a little bit, but I'm still going to try and use it, and I'm just going to fill the little gaps with some baking powder and super glue, and hopefully it stays together. Also, along all of the back seams there's slight gaps in different places, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing with baking powder and super glue just to make it all super secure. I'm a total idiot. I'm such an idiot. I've glued this one on upside down. I'm gonna have to break it. Sometimes. And I've glued it really well. I'm gonna probably ruin this thing at the beginning. It's so frustrating. It's really stuck. Oh my goodness. That might have screwed up the whole thing because I can't get it to part. Come on. So I may have to break this one and print it again. Oh, I got it. Now it's stuck to my hand. This is going brilliantly so far. Welcome to Nat 1 Videos. How did I not notice that? It's the most obvious thing. So my original idea for this segment of the video was to do a cool time lapse with loads of different angles and zoom ins and a bit of music. Instead, I'm just going to skip to the part where it's all glued together. That took a little longer than it should have. Okay, so I've got the layout of my basin kind of all carved out of XPS foam. I'm very happy with the shape, but I want there to be a curve in the basin and kind of do a brick texture. I tried to make up some mock-ups of how I'm going to do the curve. With one, I used Das clay, and the curve basically crumbles and falls out. It's not working very well. So I also tried some modeling compound for the curve, and it's rock solid. So for all of these inner sides, I am going to go in and I'm going to smooth out some modeling compound to give it that natural curve. And then over the top of that, I am going to put some glue and stick loads and loads of bricks. That's the plan anyway. So I made my sculptor mold a little bit too wet. It's taking quite a while to dry. So while that's drying, I'm going to try and sort some electronics out, some lights within the build. Now Zane has done a really cool thing with these tiles. He's got these little lantern covers on certain tiles, and I've placed them around my build so that I can cast some light down into the sewer. But in the back of the tile, he's got these little holes, these little access points where you can put lights in, which is a really cool little feature, I think. And I've got a friend, David from Terraintronics, and he's sent me out some Conway boards and some little LEDs. And normally I've been soldering my wiring in quite shoddily, but I've taken to using a wire wrap tool on David's advice. So I'm going to finish wiring this up and let you have a look at these LEDs in the build. You simply put your wire into the end of the tool, stick your LED leg into the hole, and then you spin it like this. And there you go. That wire is now very attached to the LED. And then all we got to do is stick them in the holes. Okay, see if it works. Nice. Easy peasy electronics for the tabletop. Terraintronics. before we carry on with this awesome project, I want to take 40 seconds to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Archon Studios and their new campaign, Dungeons & Lasers Encounters. This campaign is being run on the GameFound platform and starts this Tuesday, the 14th of June and ends on the 28th of June. Focused on awesome looking modular scattered terrain that enables you to piece together your tabletop encounter in mere minutes. There are 3 different terrain sets available: Elven Woods, the Swamps of Doom and the Land of Giants, and a Creatures Pack that includes 33 beautifully sculpted miniatures for the tabletop. Click the link in the description below this video and follow this campaign. Each follower who orders €99 plus will receive a free Leshy model that is worth €35. I will be showing you some of this awesome terrain up close and personal in a future video, but in the meantime click the link in the description below and you can go and check out what the campaign's all about. So I've hit a bit of a brick wall. Unfortunately, there's some things I want to include in this project and I'm having to wait on the post. It's taking quite a long time. It's delaying the project. So I wanted to get this video out to you guys. I'm about halfway through in the build and I'm really pleased with the progress so far. I love the layout of my basin and I'm really pleased with the lighting as well. Now, I did want to tell you a little bit more about these Conway boards, which I forgot to mention a little earlier in the video. About the USB connector points, which means that you can plug it in and the batteries are not going to die. Also, it's got these little screw knobs, which enables you to control the amount of light output that your LEDs have, which is a really handy thing for the tabletop because you might want it to be really bright or you might want it to be really dim. One thing I would say though is don't run it on full power for a long time, otherwise your LEDs are just going to blow out. So this project will be continuing over my next couple of videos. If you're interested in seeing that, please hit the bell so that you actually get notified by YouTube. Otherwise, there's quite a good chance that you might not see it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project and you got some useful information. Please check out Zen Morgan Crafts so you can check out some of his awesome tiles and you can download them for yourself. Also check out Terraintronics and of course, subscribe, check out this video, and also, if you're interested, come and join me on Patreon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.